It's now time for the morning show on XL7-TV.
Welcome to the morning show on XL7-TV. I'm Bob Rectenwall. This is Scooter. Whoop, whoop. Scott Kelly.
Well, how are you today,
Don't
sir?
even ask.
Okay, I won't ask. That went good.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah. Good conversation.
Oh, my gosh. What a night.
Long night.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah. Home after 10.
Mowing.
It's a pig's butt pork.
I would think since the rest of it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Had a little excitement last night.
Did you?
Mm-hmm. You know, grass is kind of tall in places. Most places.
Yeah.
And I'm mowing along down on the river. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And I'm smelling something. I'm thinking, man, somebody is burning some grass. So I'm
It's you.
making my passes, and smell's getting a little stronger. And I'm thinking, man, maybe I would stop and check this out. So I stop, don't see no smoke, don't smell anything. I think, well, okay, maybe it's in the front yard, somebody's burning. I get back on, make a pass, and I make a turn, and I'm in the smoke.
Oh, no.
I'm like, whoa. Stop, lift the plate off the footrest, and there's red embers down there on my belts.
A bearing.
Had a bearing go out.
Yep.
Yeah. It was exciting.
I had that happen one time, and it bearing blew apart, and it got hot before it did, and there was little fires all over where the pieces hit and started the grass on fire.
Yeah, well, this was all on the deck. And I'm like, I really, really hope that these people's water hose, they don't live there. I really hope that their water hose is on. So I made my way up there, turned the belts off, of course, made my way up there and lifted off all the covers, turned on the hose. Because I just knew the only other option would be push that thing off into the river.
Oh, that wouldn't be
If
good.
it would have got bad.
That wouldn't be good.
No.
Be a mower down.
Yeah, and lots of explanation to the Corps of Engineers and Game and
Yeah.
Fish and
Yeah.
Arkansas State and property owner. Oh yeah, it's been ugly.
So the rule of thumb is if you smell something burning, check your mower.
It
It may be you.
May not be in the front yard, and yes, it could be you.
Yeah, like I said, I had that happen one time, and it was a bearing. Got hot, and then when it blew apart, the pieces caught fire everywhere it touched the grass.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh Lord.
Yeah, it was pretty exciting.
So you were done mowing with that mower for the
So
night?
luckily, I just pulled that one to the front, moved it. I parked it way away from everything. I mean, I hit it with the water for 20 minutes. There wasn't much chance of it sparking back up. But I did park it quite a bit away from the trailer, and I got the other mower down and finished up at about 9:24 when I called my wife and said, I think I'm headed to town. Okay, I'll see you in a few. No, you won't see me in a few. I got to drop a mower off at the shop. Oh, okay. Is there a story behind this? Yeah, I'll tell you when I get home.
So you're one mower down until they change the spindle, huh?
Not a spindle. Luckily, it's just a pulley.
Oh, okay.
Belt pulley.
Oh, okay.
So it wasn't a spindle this time.
One of the idlers or something.
Last week, however, it was a spindle.
Yeah.
$355
Yeah.
later.
When you're doing commercial mowing, you put a lot of abuse
And
on the mowers.
Yeah.
And that's just maintenance stuff that's going to happen.
And I don't care who you are. As much mowing as those machines do, and especially have done in the last month, you're not going to get all the grass out. I blow those things off after each yard. Doesn't matter. Something's going to be somewhere you can't see it.
Yep.
And just so happens I didn't see any of it. But when there's a little red ember, when you lift up and cause the wind to go across it, and that ember turns into a blue flame,
Yeah.
You can see it.
And it's amazing how it will definitely do that.
Yeah.
Like I say, I'm talking from experience. It can definitely.
It happens.
Yeah.
It's time for the morning prayer brought to you by Hospice of the Ozarks. 870-508-1771 is their number. Greg Wood and his staff do a wonderful job with hospice care, helping people in their time of need. Pick up the phone, give them a call if you think you may need some hospice care or know somebody that does. They'd be glad to help you as well. Been serving Baxter and Marion County since 1979 and don't think they're going anywhere anytime soon. Now the morning prayer. Lord, we just thank you for the day that you've given us, Lord. Thank you for the safety and the time that you were guiding me through last night's events. Lord, we just thank you for that. Lord, we just pray that you will continue to bless us as a nation. Lord, we just pray for our governments, our federal, our state, county, and city governments all across the nation. Lord, we just pray that you will continue to lead, guide, and direct those people that are supposed to be looking out for the best interests of the people of the United States. Lord, we just pray that you will put on their hearts that they do so. Lord, we just thank you for what you mean to us in our lives and what you do for us on a daily basis. And it's in Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
The morning prayer brought to you by Hospice of the Ozarks, 870-508-1771. We'll be right back after a quick word from Bob and Linda Zador, the Z Team of Century 21 Lee Mack Realty.
Hi, I'm Bob Zador of the Z Team. I'd like to share something with you. Our team didn't need to reach everyone to be considered successful. We only needed the power of one. One person who was delighted with the way they were treated, helping them to reach their real estate goals. One person who told another person, who told another, and so on. So if you're ready to buy or sell real estate, the Z Team would like to be your one. Give us a call. 870-405-0793, Century 21 Lee Mack Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's time for lake levels, dam reports, and all the weather updates brought to you by Bob and Linda Zador, the Z Team of Century 21 Lee Mack Realty. 870-405-0793 is their number. Retiredarkansas.net is their website. If you go there, click on live views, and this is what you'll see. A little bit smoky, a little bit cloudy.
Not as bad as yesterday.
No, yesterday was a little bit worse.
Oh, you couldn't see nothing.
Really?
Yeah, it was a whiteout. You could see the rock right there, and that's about it.
Is nothing anything like nothing?
Yeah, nothing.
Nothing. Is that north or south?
It's kind of a mixture of both.
Mason-Dixon. It's the beautiful White River that separates Baxter County from Marion County, Arkansas, which you're looking at is the city of Cotter and their city park. The Rainbow Bridge over to your left behind that is the old Trellis Bridge. The Big Spring watering hole is right there, and that has been a busy, busy place here lately. As warm as it's been, and with all the people around, they go there. Still have not been there, but Tina is doing cousin camp for the boys on the 25th of July, and I think one of the days they're planning on making a trip over there. So
awesome.
I may have to sneak over and check that out. Been living here since 1972, have yet to even see what that looks like.
It'd be cool to go over there. I doubt you jump in it.
No, I doubt I do too.
It's cold.
Yeah.
It is cold.
Shockwave.
Yeah.
Normally on a day like today, you would see Mountain Home to the right. I guess you go to the still shot.
I could. Yep.
That is what you would see on a clear day. The city of Mountain Home far to the right. In front of that would be the city of Gassville. State of Missouri off in the horizon. The city of Cotter, the Rainbow Bridge, city of Bull Shoals around the left-hand corner there. But most importantly, the beautiful White River. This is what we call God's country. You can go to retiredarkansas.net, click on MLS listing, see what's available in our area. If you like something that you see, pick up your phone, give Miss Linda a call at 870-405-0793. This is all done at retiredarkansas.net. Current temperature is Mountain Home is 71, Harrison is 68. Batesville is 72, Yeville at 70, Salem at 68. Marshall at 68, Salem at 72, Mountain View at 70, Calico Rock at 72, West Plains, Missouri 67, Springfield 70, Poplar Bluff 75, St. Louis, Missouri is 72. Let's take a look at the radar. Currently on the radar, you can see Arkansas has got a little bit of rain down in the southeastern portion. A little bit of something going on in the northeastern, but nothing too significant. Missouri is all clear, so is Kansas, Iowa. Rain going through Illinois into Indiana, into Kentucky. Texas got a few showers scattered around, so does Louisiana on the Gulf Coast. We'll go ahead and zoom into Arkansas. And you can see that rain building up right around 7 o'clock this morning. Gonna have a little bit of rain that's hitting into Pine Bluff. Be there about 9 o'clock. Says we're going to have a little bit of rain here around 10 and 11. Don't know how much of that's actually going to hit the ground, but for the most part, we're going to be clear today. Watches and warnings, nothing in Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky, Iowa, Ohio, Indiana, a little bit of something there in Illinois. Looks like a dense fog advisory. Texas pretty clear for the most part, along with Oklahoma, Kansas, Nebraska. So it doesn't look too bad today. 7-day forecast. High today of 89 with a slight chance of thunderstorms. Mostly clear tonight, low of 69. High tomorrow is 91 with a chance of rain. Mostly clear tomorrow night, low of 72. High 92 on Friday with a chance of rain. Chance of rain every day this week, it looks like. Low of 71 Friday night. High Saturday is going to be 89 with a chance of rain. Low of 69 Saturday night. Sunday is going to be a high of 88. Pollen and allergy. No tree pollen today, tomorrow, Friday. Grass is high today, high tomorrow, high on Friday, and no ragweed to speak of the next 3 days. Lake levels and dam reports. Lake Norfolk 574.45, which is 22.45 above full pool of 552. No updates from the dams, but the way the water is running down there last night, I'm guessing they're still running 2 down there at Norfolk. Lake Bull Shoal 688.67, which is 29.67 above full pool of 659, and same thing there. Looks like they're probably generating with 8 there as well. That's lake levels, dam reports, and all the updates brought to you by Bob and Linda Zador, the Z Team of Century 21 Lee Mack Realty. 870-405-0793 is their number. Retiredarkansas.net is their website. These are realtors you can recommend to your friends. They're busy, but never too busy to help you. You're watching the morning show on XL7-TV. We'll be right back.
When the acres add up, so does the work. The Kubota LO2 series is ready for it. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience, it features powerful, dependable Kubota diesel engines, performance-matched attachments, and the versatility to get the job done right.
For all your Kubota needs, visit Ozarks Farm and Lawn in Mountain Home.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's time for community news and happenings brought to you by Ozarks Farm and Lawn, the dealership that deals. 870-425-3434, Highway 62 Southwest at Buford Road. Excavators, skid steers, mini-X, backhoes, tractors. Did I mention tractors?
They got 1 or 2.
They might have some tractors, RTVs, zero-turn mowers, lawn tractors, parts, sales, service. What else can we say?
Pretty much anything for outdoor use.
What did we miss? I purposely left something off.
Did you say trailers?
No, I did not.
All right, see, there you go.
You are you're either paying attention or you're awful lucky. I'm going with the
I'm
lucky.
a little both.
I'm going with the lucky. Yeah.
They do carry trailers and the tilt trailers.
Ozarks Farm and Lawn, the dealership that deals. Highway 62 Southwest at Buford Road. They'll be glad to help you with any of your needs. If you got something that's broke, they've got a service department there to fix it. If you know what you need, but you just need the part, they've got a big parts department there as well. New ones, old ones, it doesn't matter. I'm sure they probably can help you out. Ozarks Farm and Lawn. Let's see what we got here, Scooter. The second Monday dinners. The next one will be Monday the 14th from 4 to 6 at the American Legion Auxiliary Unit number 52 at 717 Market Street here in Mountain Home. It's $10 for adults, $5 for kids 5 through 12. Kids under 4 eat free. All the proceeds help local veterans and the community. And then they are teaming up with, on Tuesday, the American Legion Auxiliary Unit 52 is teaming up with Arby's at 2811 Highway 62 East at Mountain Home. Looks like a portion of the proceeds on that night will go to the American Legion Post 52. Proceeds from the event will help worthwhile local veterans projects, including 5th Annual Veterans Christmas Store, to be held in December, where veterans who need a bit of help providing gifts for their families can come and shop for free. So go give that a shot. And congratulations and thank you to Arby's for pitching in and helping out our local veterans as well. And then on the 26th of July, they'll be doing the pancake breakfast there at the American Legion Hut 52. Pancakes, syrup, fruit toppings, biscuits, gravy, sausage, orange juice, coffee, 7:30 to 11. $10 for adults, $5 for kids 5 through 12, and kids under 4 eat free. A lot of food ads, you know.
I know, there's been a lot of them.
BSA, it's lots of them. July 25th will be the Military Service Sisters Luncheon at 12 o'clock noon at Jen's Gardens. Then we've got a new play coming up at Twin Lakes Playhouse. You can go to twinlakesplayhouse.org or call 870-424-0444. Find out what's going on there at Twin Lakes Playhouse. July the 19th, we'll have the Fly Fishers tie-in and swap meet at the Food Bank of North Central Arkansas at 1042 Highland Circle. And we'll talk a little bit more about that here in a little bit. And there we go, Scooter. That is that.
Flew right through those.
Community News and Happenings brought to you by Ozarks Farm and Lawn, the dealership that deals. 870-425-3434. Highway 62 Southwest at Buford Road. You'll know you're out there when you see all those tractors.
You can't beat it.
Nope. We'll be back in just a bit.
Your senior healthcare specialist is VACO Insurance in Mountain Home. Retired law enforcement and disabled veteran owner Frank VACO and staff can help you with all your insurance needs. VACO Insurance provides coverage for most carriers in the area, such as Medicare, Affordable Care Act, individual, or any other health or life insurance options. With over 13 years experience and agents in multiple areas and locations throughout northern Arkansas and southern Missouri, VACO Insurance is the right choice to handle all your insurance needs. That's VACO Insurance, located in Mountain Home.
For all things glass, contact the professionals at Clear Results Glass in Mountain Home. Whether you're needing a rock chip repair or a full windshield replacement, Clear Results Glass can take care of all of your automotive glass needs with fast turnarounds at competitive prices. They service business and residential customers and can custom cut any glass or provide you with the right fit for your home windows, sliding doors, commercial glass, or even a frameless shower enclosure. Contact Clear Results Glass today for a quote or to schedule your next glass project. That's Clear Results Glass, located in Mountain Home.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
At Hospice of the Ozarks, our purpose is you, not just your illness. We offer a compassionate plan of care that respects your dignity and honors your wishes with countless services and groundbreaking programs. We are committed to improving the quality of life for both you and your family. We provide care and support in the comfort of wherever you call home, but we also have the area's only hospice house when needed. As the only local not-for-profit hospice, we will never turn away a patient regardless of their ability to pay. Learn more at hospiceoftheozarks.org.
Oh, honey, we've had such a wonderful vacation here in the Ozarks. I really hate to go home.
I know. The lakes, the rivers, they've all been great for fishing. Oh, and the boating and the swimming.
And the people are so nice in the stores and restaurants.
Let's call an agent and see if we can make Mountain Home our new home.
Call the Z-Team, 870-405-0793. Century 21 Lemac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East Mountain Home.
870-405-0793. Hello, Z-Team?
When you're out of town.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. Jeff Quick, Food Bank of North Central Arkansas, is with me this morning. I haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah, it's been a minute. How are you
Other
doing?
than lunch or somewhere out, you know.
That's right.
I haven't been here in a while.
That's right.
How's things?
Good. Yeah, really good.
Off camera, you were telling a story about going down to the Buffalo and something you encountered there, which we won't shock the world. But there have been a lot of bear sightings lately.
There have
in
been.
our area.
Yeah, let's make sure they realize I did not see Bigfoot.
No,
You know. Okay.
Sasquatch is still hidden well.
No, but several people are showing on social media pictures of bears in their yard and stuff. So that's kind of cool, I think.
You know, I keep telling people, well, they don't belong in our subdivision. Guess what? They were there first.
Yeah, exactly.
This is their land.
Yeah.
We're just visitors.
Over Memorial Day, we were out in Gatlinburg, and we were riding one of those mountain coasters. You're in a little cart by yourself, you know, and have the brake to slow you down or whatever. Just as I got on the incline to go up, and you know how those slow
Yeah.
those things go, I look over to the side, and there's a little black bear kind of munching on some grass, kind of roaming around, just a few feet away from us, you know.
There's
kind of cool.
There's a restaurant sits alongside of a little creek. They call it a small river, and you can sit with your glass next to you. And my wife were eating dinner. I think it's called the Peddler or something like that. And you can sit there, and we're eating our dinner, and she said, "There's a bear." I said, "There's no bear." She said, "No,
Yeah,
there's a
it's
bear."
right there.
If that window wouldn't be there, he'd be sharing that steak with you. And sure enough, there he was, standing there, just kind of looking at me. And I'm thinking, oh, that's pretty cool. Everybody in the restaurant come looking at the bear.
Yeah.
Well, then if you look off a little distance, there's a female and two cubs with her. So just a little family affair.
Yeah, no big deal.
No,
Yeah.
they were here first. It's okay for them to be in your neighborhood.
Well, and they're beautiful too, especially in their natural habitat. You know, you can go to a zoo, you can see all the animals, whatever, but when they're out in the wild, I just think that's incredible. I think it's cool.
When a couple years ago, well, it's been 5 or 6 years ago, coming into town, I looked off to my right. There's some movement, so you always look to see if it was. Make sure it's not a deer fixing to run in the side of your car.
Right.
And there's a big black bear standing there swatting at somebody's bird feeder, which was cool. I got a picture of that. That was cool. So the next day I come through, see the same thing, but it's a shorter. So I'm thinking it's a female, and there's two baby cubs out in the field with it. 4 or 5 days later, they were all there, and a couple of deer, and I actually stopped and got a picture. So there's the big male, the smaller female, two cubs, and 3 or 4 deer standing in all this people's backyard. So that evening I stopped by. The Game and Fish happened to be there, and the guy's filing a complaint because these animals were in his yard. I'm like, oh man, folks,
Yeah.
welcome to the country.
Well, and get your camera out. That's beautiful. That's
Yeah,
incredible.
take pictures.
Yeah.
Hold on to them.
Yeah.
But-
Maybe be careful about letting the dogs out at night.
Yeah, and put your food up.
Yeah.
You don't want to mistakenly leave
Yeah,
food
I-
out on your barbecue grill, because the next morning the barbecue grill will be turned over.
Sure. Yeah, out in Gatlinburg, the trash cans at the hotel that we stayed in have special kind of locks on them, so you kind of have to slide your hands under and open it up. So presumably bear proof. I don't know.
It'd be nice to see the population increase.
Yeah,
People just need to be careful.
yeah, absolutely.
Need to
I
be
mean,
careful.
you know, there's communities like Gatlinburg and other folks around the country that live, you know, right with animals all the time. I have an aunt who lives up in Anchorage, and she's been known to snap pictures of moose in her front yard, just chilling. You know, kind of amazing to see. You know, God's creation is incredible, and the animals that we have as our neighbors, they're a pretty special gift.
Yeah, the encounters you could have, not expecting them to be
Yeah.
anywhere near your home,
Yeah.
but they're there. You know, it just happens. They're there. How's things at the food bank?
Going well, doing really well. We've got lots of stuff coming up over the next few weeks. We can talk about that in a few minutes. But overall, we've got a good crew of folks that are on staff at the food bank right now. We've been blessed that way for years with a good team of dedicated people. And then we're surrounded by just tons of wonderful volunteers giving their time so freely to the things like the Hunger Garden and the Farmers Market and our thrift store and mobile food pantries and all the things that we do. It's incredible to see students working alongside seniors and seeing the cross-generational aspect of volunteering and getting to know one another, but also doing some good work for your neighbors at the same time.
Let's go back and spend a few minutes before our break and
Yeah.
talk about the Hunger Gardens. Do you have just the one, or are there several around town?
Yeah, there's
How's
several.
that working for you?
So we have mainly the ones there at the food bank. Between the food bank facility and the back of Schlotsky's, there's a open field there that we own, and that is the Glenn Brown Memorial Hunger Gardens. The Methodist Foundation for Arkansas, Walmart, and different organizations have helped us along the way with that project. We also have a smaller garden that's kind of to the back of our building between, say, our loading dock and Papa John's on Cardinal there. In that area, we've got, I think, 32 fruit trees and then a garden in the center of those trees. Then we're partnering with the city of Mountain Home over in Cooper Park, and we just planted watermelon over there. So we'll see some watermelon in probably, 80 or 90 days that'll be ready to go. Then in addition to that, we have folks in the community, Mrs. Mitchell for one, who has previously, those folks that have been here for a long time remember Mitchell Farms down on Old Military Road. She works with us. She's not able to tend to her gardens anymore and to her berries and trees and so forth. And so she works with us, and our team goes in and harvests and tends to the gardens, nurtures the gardens, and then all that produce comes into the program as well. Handful of folks that have an apple tree or something, one or two in their yard, and they'll do the same with us as well.
How much food do you think they generate in a year's time?
Well, this spring already, we're closing in on 8,000 pounds of produce. I would say by the end of this week, we'll be almost to 9,000 pounds of produce. Our long-term goal with the gardens, we'll be adding a greenhouse and doing more year-round work. And so with that, we're looking at moving somewhere in the neighborhood of 100,000 pounds of produce every year.
Wow.
Yeah. And of course, that's also giving time for the fruit trees have been in for about a year and a half now, almost 2 years. So here in another year or so, those will start producing. We have 5 beehives now. And so we started off with 2. You let those go for a year, then they split, and you don't take any honey off for the first while. Let them get, their hives built and really kind of stable, basically, before you start taking that honey off. I know very little about honey and bees, let's just be clear, but I'm learning.
It's good and it's good for you.
It's good and it's good for us, especially when it's local honey, right? So those bees and the fruit trees will start producing. The greenhouse goes in, and that will help us be closer to year round as well and see an increase in that yield as we move forward.
Do you have somebody on staff that's in charge of the gardens, or is
do.
that just strictly volunteer?
Yeah, Jennifer is our garden guru, I like to call her. She works with a team of volunteers almost every day in our gardens. She manages our Hunger Garden program, but then she also manages the farmers market for us. So as a part of her work, we're not just seeing the harvest out of the gardens that she's planting and her team's planting, but we also have partnerships with the vendors at the farmers market who may have leftovers at the end of the market day, and as opposed to letting that food go to waste, they'll donate that. And I think we're up to somewhere around 3, maybe 3,500 pounds of produce that has been donated to us from farmers through the farmers market this year.
Do you ever work with the schools, the ag departments at the different high schools around?
Yeah, we do. In fact, we have a senior farmers market nutrition program that we're doing right now. Coupons, $50 coupons that senior citizens who qualify for the income guidelines are able to receive. Then they're able to take those to the farmers market and use those on fresh produce. Well, the program at Yellville Summit School, they're growing food not only for their backpack program and for their school lunches and breakfast or whatnot, but they also have a farmers market vendor stand at the square in Yellville. So they partner with us throughout the year to either accept those coupons. Sometimes they're in volunteering with us, helping us out as well. And, we've had students from Viola and Mountain Home and all over that have come in to help with the gardens this year.
Always good to be able to tap some of those kids.
Yeah. I think the students from Viola, gosh, I don't remember how many were there that day, but they put in, I don't know, close to 100 hours of volunteer time in just no time at all, because there were so many of them, you know.
Good deal. It's time for a break. You're watching The Morning Show on XL7-TV. We'll be right back.
And make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as it would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite, climate-controlled, and air-filtered boarding facility in the area, with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
Providing caring, compassionate services at an affordable price is our goal at Connor Family Funeral Home. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that treats our friends and neighbors just like family, with a wide range of services and options to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area. Connor Family addresses all the details with no hidden fees, so you can rest assured that you are treated like family for a more personalized and worry-free service. That's Connor Family Funeral Home, where compassion and affordability meet, located in Mountain Home.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done, so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. Jeff Quick, Food Bank of North Central Arkansas, is with me. We're talking off air a little bit about the importance of all the food and the volunteers that you get. The million meal drive that you guys do annually, and the help that you get from Arvest and all their employees across the area. I saw they had a big ice dump at one of the banks. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, they said we'll do an ice bucket challenge. I think the managers maybe said if, each branch or whatever, if you raise a certain amount of money, then the branch manager or management team maybe would do the ice bucket challenge, right? Well, then I don't know whose idea this was, but they made it one heck of an ice bucket. They got a backhoe and filled that up with ice and with water and dumped it on those folks. I got to stand in front of it and watch, which I really appreciated. The fact that I did not get iced, but man, it was pretty incredible.
How much did they bring in for the food bank?
Across the region, which includes, I think, Boone, Marion, Baxter, and a northeast Arkansas county. Don't hold me to which county that is. Jonesboro, whatever county Jonesboro's in, raised over $114,000 total. The great majority of that was in Baxter and Boone County, and can't say thank you enough. I mean, these folks are doing incredible work at Arvest to make sure that our neighbors that need a little help have access to food, and they do this year in and year out. The best part about it is this region has outdone themselves again this year, and again this year for the totality of the program, going back 15 or 20, probably 15 or 16 years, this region has outdone every other market in the Arvest four-state footprint in terms of fundraising. So thank you to the team at Arvest, thank you to all the volunteers that helped do it, and thank you for all the donors that make that possible. It's incredible.
That amount of money, what does that mean meal-wise to the folks that are food insecure in our area?
Yeah, so in north central Arkansas at our food bank, every dollar that's donated to the food bank provides 7 meals. So let's just round this off. Let's say we raised $100,000. That's 700,000 meals. And in 1 year, we distribute about 4.5 million pounds of food. So that's a pretty good percentage of that. I can do some math for you and figure out what that means. Give me a second. So we distribute 3.7 million meals in a year. So that 700,000 is close to a fourth, 25% of what we do for the year.
Wow.
Not bad.
What makes our area so insecure for food?
Well, Arkansas ranks number 1 for food insecurity, first of all. And then Searcy County, which is a part of our 9-county service area, has the second highest rate of food insecurity in terms of counties within the state of Arkansas. Phillips County over in the Delta along the Mississippi is in that number 1 place, but it is by 0.1% higher in terms of food insecurity than Searcy County. So, I mean, basically it's the same numbers, raw numbers. When you look at the 9-county service area, you've got very rural setting, not a lot of, there are good paying jobs. There's just not high paying jobs just, flooding the market in our neck of the woods. Not a lot of industry, although we've got some great industry leaders in our community. We're not talking about a Northwest Arkansas kind of region or a metropolitan area where there's access to good paying jobs. A lot of the folks that we serve that are in that middle age, between 18 and 60 to 65, those folks are reporting to us that they're working more than one job trying to make ends meet. But I will tell you, the great majority of the folks we are serving over and over, as I'm going out on our mobile food pantries, as I'm visiting our stationary food pantries across the service area, there's just a lot of our senior citizens that are out there that are utilizing our services. So when you begin to realize that, those folks are living on a fixed income, they're often having to choose between medicine and the food they put on their table. Those are significant pieces. I don't want to be political at all, but we've heard a lot about federal budgets. I've got serious concerns about the people that we serve and how they will manage their household budgets and food budgets moving forward into this new budget bill. I think regardless of how anyone listening feels politically, that's your own business. But I think the practical side of it is that while we have had some pretty severe instances of food insecurity across our state, those numbers in Arkansas and nationwide stand to increase significantly over the coming years. And we're trying to brace ourselves for that.
You mentioned food pantries. How many food pantries in your district, in the area in which you serve?
Yeah, we serve 9 counties, and we have about 90 different organizations that we work with. Those are local food pantries, soup kitchens, shelters, backpack programs, summer and after school meal sites for kids. By the way, we've got summer meal sites in several of the counties we serve. So we've got kids out there that are needing to have access to food for lunch or snacks. Give us a call at the food bank and we'll connect you to those. School food pantries, senior citizen centers, any nonprofit or church entity that is trying to make sure that people have access to food, they can partner with the food bank, and hopefully we can work together and provide more for less cost.
Are they open 24/7, 7 days a week?
No.
Are they set hours?
They have set hours, and those hours change from time to time depending on the local leadership and their volunteer base, and when they have the time to do that. Mountain Home Food Basket is open, I believe, Monday through Saturday in the morning until noon. So that's a plus for people that are here close in Mountain Home. Then Salvation Army is open by appointment. Redeemer and Holy Cross Lutheran churches, they both have food pantries, and they have set days for that. If you're interested in connecting either yourself or someone that you know to one of those local food pantries, the easiest thing to do is just call the food bank and say, hey, I need some help, or I'm trying to get some help for my neighbor. Where's the closest pantry to me? And this is my address or where my neighbor lives. How can we get to food the easiest for them,
And you have some mobile food pantries as well.
Yeah, we have mobile food pantries in Norfolk and Jasper and in Harrison. The Norfolk pantry is open today from 10 until noon. It is right across from the Norfolk Cafe in kind of downtown Norfolk.
By the old food bank?
It's the old food bank, buildings there.
Yeah.
So that's from 10 until noon today. Next Wednesday, it's always the third Wednesday of the month. So next Wednesday, we'll be in Jasper from 11 to 2. And next Friday, we'll be in Harrison from 11 to 2 as well. It's behind the school building in Jasper, and it is at First United Methodist Church in Harrison.
A lot of people utilize those mobiles?
Yeah, we see between 100 and to upwards of 150 on our best days, different households that are served through those mobile pantries, through each one of those.
You mentioned income guidelines several times. Is that something you can get into a little bit?
Yeah, briefly.
Give the folks an idea of
give you an idea. The federal programs usually run either 150% of the poverty line or 200% of the poverty line. Kind of depends on the specific program. I think right now our senior food box program with this state, the state has a fiscal year that begins July 1st. And so the income guideline for the senior food box is 150%. The income guideline for this fiscal year for the TFAP, or the commodity program, which everyone age-wise is eligible for, they just have to meet this income guideline, is 200% for that TFAP program.
Dollar-wise, what does that mean?
A couple $1,000s a month for your household. And it depends. Like, if you have a one-person household, don't get real excited about the exact number here, but let's just say $2,000. And then for every additional household member that you add about $800 or $900 to that. And so as your family grows, the household grows, the minimum amount that you can make grows as well.
Is there a website people can go to get more information on what those guidelines are? Honed down a little bit closer?
Yeah, absolutely.
And what programs are available in our area?
Yeah, if you'll visit our website, foodbanknca.org, there's a link that goes directly to the TFAP program, which is commodities, and the CSFP program, which is the senior food box program.
What commodities are available for this area?
Oh, you name it. We have everything from pistachios to fish, to frozen chicken sometimes, canned meats, vegetables, fruits. The senior box will have the block of cheese that folks remember from childhood that was given out, peanut butter. There's juices that come with those. It's a pretty intense program in that you're looking not just at the amount of food that you can distribute or the kinds of food that you can distribute, but also the nutritional value that you're distributing as well.
You said a few minutes ago that you're going to be doing a shopping.
Yeah.
What does that entail?
It's called Cooking Matters at the Store, and it is about an hour-long experience. We can do it either in the grocery store, just kind of a guided tour of the grocery store, or we can set up a virtual tour of the grocery store by bringing in the food boxes and cans. We've emptied out the food and all those products, but we set it up on a table or a countertop in a classroom. And basically we do a tour of the store, and we remind people that, We want to look for things like how to shop nutritiously on a budget, buy what we eat and eat what we buy, don't waste our food, how to read a food label, the importance of increasing the amount of protein and fiber that we eat in our diet, and the importance of decreasing the amount of fat and sodium and sugar that we have in our diet. And we show them specific ways and specific types of food that you can look for. For instance, with fiber, one of the great places to look for fiber is in our wheat products, our bread products, chips, crackers, pastas. You can also find some fiber content in the peelings of your fresh vegetables. So like the apple's fiber content, about 75% of that is in the peeling of the apple. So I always tell people to wash their apple, but don't peel it.
It's time for another break. You're watching The Morning Show on XL7-TV. We'll be right back.
Liquidation closeout at Sleep Mart. All 2024 Flex Steel recliners now 50 to 70% off retail. Plus, Sleep Mart will pay the tax on all non-clearance sale items. Hurry to Sleep Mart for the liquidation closeout today at 701 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home.
Even on the most perfect day, the unexpected can happen. But with just one call to their local Red Ribbon expert at Overhead Door, they can get their garage door fixed or replaced in a jiffy.
Call Overhead Door Company of North Arkansas today in Mountain Home. Experience the best in Mexican dining. Letty's in Gassville. Voted numerous times as the best Mexican restaurant in the Twin Lakes area. Come out for delicious breakfast served all day. Or enjoy an authentic Mexican lunch or dinner. $1.49 tacos on Thursday. 10% discount for seniors every day. No time? Call Letty's and have your to-go order waiting for you. And don't forget, Letty's also provides catering for small parties, weddings, holidays, or big events. The best Mexican restaurant in the Twin Lakes area. Letty's in Gassville.
Well, folks, have you been trout fishing before?
Not since I was a little kid.
You'll do fine.
Hey, what are you doing?
Aren't you coming along?
See you downriver.
How do you start this motor? I've never been in a boat before.
See you downriver.
Well, folks, have you sold a house before?
Yeah, about 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you'll be okay then.
You sure?
Where are you going?
See you at the closing.
Hey!
At the closing.
We should have called the Z-Team.
When the acres add up, so does the work. The Kubota LO2 series is ready for it. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience, it features powerful, dependable Kubota diesel engines, performance-matched attachments, and the versatility to get the job done right.
For all your Kubota needs, visit Ozarks Farm and Lawn in Mountain Home.
If you're looking for something wonderful and delicious, then head on over to Paradise Cream for a homemade ice cream experience. With over 20 flavors to choose from, like German chocolate cake or sea salt caramel, it's always homemade and delicious. Paradise Cream has something for everyone and also carries dairy-free and vegan ice cream options. So whether you like it in a cup or in one of their homemade waffle cones, you're in for a wonderful dessert experience. Located at 1525 North Main Street in Harrison, right across from Pizza Hut and Castle Rental, or in Mountain Home next to Ramada Inn, because you're on your way to paradise.
Sleep Mart's liquidation closeout is on. All 2024 mattresses are 50 to 70% off retail, and we're paying the sales tax on all non-clearance sale items. Hurry to Sleep Mart at 701 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home for the liquidation closeout today. Your senior health.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. Jeff Quick from the Food Bank of North Central Arkansas is with me. Where is the Food Bank?
Yeah, we're located at 1042 Highland Circle. So it's across the parking lot from Fat Boys, behind Schlotsky's, kind of behind La Paloma, tucked in there behind Papa John's.
And it's not a small building either. It's a good sized building.
Yeah, as you drive by from 62, you'll see the gardens and the Food Bank building as well.
How long have you been in that location?
We moved in December of 2020. I don't know if anyone remembers, but a little thing called COVID was going on during that time. And we were blessed to get in there. I'm telling you, We had always said that we felt like we would expand from about 2 million pounds of food distributed a year to about 4 or 5 million pounds of food, which was at the time what they were saying was, kind of the estimated need. And in that year, while we were moving, while COVID was going on, we went from 2 million to 4 million. And most of that 4 million was done not in the new building. We just, you had to do it.
And where are you at today?
About 4.5.
4.5?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which I think is probably about capacity for that facility.
What all's in that building?
Yeah, so we have a training center that is there. You mentioned the North Arkansas Fly Fishers earlier in this morning's time. They're going to be here Saturday, renting the room. Big Arvest Training Center is there. It's basically a big meeting room with a demonstration kitchen on one side, so we're able to teach cooking and shopping classes there at the food bank as well, but also host planning and training events. We've got an agency conference, so all those 90 partners that we talked about earlier, they're going to be coming together in that room later at the end of this month to do best practice training and so forth. Of course, we have our office suite, and then the great majority of that building is open warehouse for dry storage. About 2,000 square feet of freezer and 1,000 square feet of refrigerator that are 2 pallets high in the dry storage and those cold storage areas.
Is the cold storage in the freezer an addition, or has that always been part of that plan? Was it there when you opened?
It was there when we opened up. It's something that we had to add. That's the old Fred's building in town. So we added that 3,000 extra square feet of cold storage onto the facility. And that was primarily one of our biggest reasons for needing to move from Norfolk. We had about 30 pallet spaces, 1 pallet high, that we could store in Norfolk. Well, that's about 1 semi-load, and we were turning away tons of food annually because at the time there was a great deal of frozen and refrigerated product that was being donated. That's kind of subsided a little bit, but nonetheless, the extra space allows us to do opportunity buys. So when we're able to get, chicken drumsticks for 50 or so cents a pound, and then be able to share that with our network, we're going to get a couple of semi-loads of that so that we have it for a while.
Is the food bank a 501c3?
We are. We're a 501c3. We're incorporated with the state of Arkansas. We are audited, financial audit annually by a third party. We work with Abacus CPAs out of Springfield, Missouri to do that audit for us. We have a couple of extra added pieces of the audit because we run some of the federal programs like summer and after school meals and the senior food box and the commodity program that we've talked about earlier today. And during my tenure, and as far as I know, during the life of the food bank, we've never had a finding at all on our audits, which is great. Our audits usually tell us that we use about 96 cents of every donated dollar on our programs of food distribution and education, which is a great deal. We're in good standing with the Secretary of State, and our 501c3 is, of course, good as well. That gives folks the ability to donate to us in a way that is beneficial for their tax purposes as well, and that's always helpful. In addition to those audits, financial audits, though, there's almost never a time that the food bank of North Central Arkansas, or any food bank for that matter, is not under some sort of audit, either from the health department or from one of those federal programs, or from an organization called AIB, which looks at food safety and handling policies and procedures and our ability to carry those out.
Food handling is very important.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's definitely important. We want to make sure that, of course, we're able to provide access to food, and we want to make sure that we have a good mixture of the kinds of foods. Well, the food bank has, at any given time, about 80 to 90 different SKUs, if you will, different products in the building. But then we also want to make sure the nutritional value is there and that the food is safe when it goes out the building. especially if you're looking at fresh product, the shelf life is very short on that. If you're looking at donated product, you want to make sure that, the first product's in or the first product's out, but wait a minute, what came in yesterday expires next month. It's got to go out today,
Nope, better move it around.
Yeah.
Are you fully staffed over there right now?
We are. We've had some conversations with another nonprofit in the state about expanding our staff a little bit, but I think that, based on their funding, is probably going to be a year or two away. But looking at ways to partner with organizations to bring staff members in that might be able to do a little bit for us and a little bit for that other nonprofit's cause. The likelihood of that changing over the next couple of years, I would say maybe we add a staff member or two. But you got to remember, we've got 11 people on our staff, but the majority of those folks on staff are part-timers. So we have, I think, 11, and then maybe 5 of us are full-time staff members, which is great because then you're able to bring in, especially in our community, a lot of these folks are retired that have been on our staff. They come in after retirement. They work a few days a week. They're really good at what they do, and they're able to move us in a direction that's helpful for the food bank, helpful for the communities we serve, but most importantly, the people.
What are the hours at the food bank?
We're open 8 to 5 Monday through Friday, and then on the second Saturday of the month, which is this Saturday, we're also open from 9 to noon for a volunteer event, packing those senior food boxes. So if anybody's out there listening this morning wants to come out and join us this Saturday from 9 to noon, you don't have to register to do it. You just have to show up and say, hey, I want to pack some food with you this morning.
What is in a senior food box?
It's a little different from the commodity box because the senior food box has to meet specific nutritional guidelines or menus, similar to the school lunch or breakfast program. So there will be a juice bottle in there. There will be cereals in there. There will be canned fruits and canned vegetables. There's pastas. There may be some cereals, some canned meats. The block of cheese goes with it. And about 25 to 30 pounds of food.
And how do you get those out to the public?
We work through our network of those 90 different organizations. Many of those are senior citizen centers, and we work to make sure that we get a pallet of those boxes to the right spot, right local organization, and that local organization then distributes it to the people they serve.
So just to be clear, so people understand that your invitation for folks to come help box that isn't an invitation to come get a box.
That's right. Yeah, that's true. Saturday, we're going to be putting the boxes together. And then if you are interested in getting yourself or someone you know on that program, give us a call. We'll connect you to the local organization that's closest to you. And then we'll see if they have a box that's not spoken for, and or put you on a wait list and get you signed up for the program.
How many boxes will you pack?
1,357.
Wow.
Yeah, in 3 hours.
And poundage, that'll be?
Yeah, that's a good question.
A lot.
I don't know.
Depends on what all we can get squeezed in.
It depends on
right?
what is on the list, I guess,
right.
the weight of each of those. Yeah.
How do they get a hold of the food bank?
Our phone number at the food bank is 870-499-7565. You can also stop by. Again, that address is 1042 Highland Circle, just behind Schlotsky's in kind of midtown of Mountain Home. You can find us on the internet, foodbanknca.org. There's a Donate Now button there. If anyone would like to click on that, you can make a donation once, or you can set it up as a recurring gift and make a gift every month or every quarter, once a year, whatever you want to do.
Leave the food bank in your will.
Oh yeah, man, that has been so crucial for our work. Generous folks in our community have left the food bank in their will or in their estate planning, however they've set that up. And a lot of times it's not that we're the only recipient, it's that there's a handful of recipients, sometimes family members, sometimes other nonprofit organizations. And it is a game changer for us when we're able to do that.
Perpetual dollar.
Yeah. We have an endowment at the food bank, so if you're looking at maybe doing a minimum distribution from your IRA, you want to make sure that goes to the endowment, you can mark that on your donation as well.
Jeff, we appreciate your time coming to join us this morning. You've been watching The Morning Show on XL7-TV. We'll see you tomorrow.